realize that having a Lord icon on a character does not have to as that character. Like a full freaking my friend wants to work off the ring, but another person on the team shows that they have the designated Lord icon, and it's that as that icon goes off, waiting for my friend to walk off the character. Then the team goes zero together for the first round. And right now, I'm gonna go
Ready.
So you go first?
Yeah. You? You? You go first?
Okay. That's what I said.
Yeah, sorry, that was implied, but it wasn't.
What in the end of it, after all that time to like reflect on it, I realized like the way that I reacted was very wrong. Like all I had to do was just be like, okay, I'll try to do better. I'll try to let you know beforehand. And that would have been it. And instead, I wanted to blow up and I got so defensive and it led to like all this unnecessary trauma. And it didn't need to go that way. And it didn't. It's completely my fault wanting to end up like that. I'm sorry for the way that I reacted. And I try to keep that in mind. Like, for anything that happens in the future.
Thank you, Amor. Oh my gosh, Bella always. Thank you, Amor. It means so much that, that you, like, considered seeing it from my side. Like, seeing what I, like, went through that night. And realized what was wrong and what wasn't wrong. Well, at least, was that all you thought about?
I thought about what you told me on Friday, too. I think maybe just talking a little bit more about what that means explicitly. And I think what all in my mind would be good after that. But not, I don't know about necessarily good, but like no longer dealing with that situation.
Yeah, I have a question.
Okay.
Why did you delete our highlights?
I deleted our highlights?
Yes, Amor.
I didn't know I deleted our highlights.
Yeah.
Did I really?
Yeah.
How did you even do that? I don't even know how to do that. What do you mean? They're still there for me.
They're not there for me.
Actually, I know what you mean.
Did you add close friends?
What does that mean?
Wait, then you know what it is? What is it?
I said, what does that mean?
Close friends?
I know what close friends is. What are you asking?
Oh, if that's what you did.
If I did close friends, what does that mean to do close friends?
Oh, it's like there's certain stories that you post, but only close friends are able to see them. Like, you add whoever can see your story, close friend stories.
I don't think I did close friends. I think I just hid my story from like you and Jimmy.
Why'd you hide it?
Because I posted a picture of myself, but I didn't want anybody to see it. I just wanted it for me.
Oh. Bro.
But I didn't realize they would hide all of my stories.
Oh. Yeah. Why?
My bad.
Okay. It's just,
Hmm?
it's just because I went through a lot because of that. Look.
Yeah.
Was that all that went through your process?
Yeah.
So it was just that that you realized that you were in the wrong and you wanted to talk more about what I meant on Friday? Hello?
I do. Um, there was something else I was thinking about that I talked to Bean about it. It was mostly it was kind of just girl talk, but I guess it related to us too.
Can I know what that's about?
No, it was girl talk.
It was just girl talk?
It was girl talk. That's between girls.
Is there anything you're worried about?
No?
Okay. Will I ever get to know that?
Now you're gonna be hung up on it, huh?
No, I was just, that really doesn't bother me. If you told me that I shouldn't worry about it, then it really doesn't, but I'm just wondering.
Okay.
I guess not. Fine. Thank you for telling me about that. Luke,
Yes.
did you hear me?
You said thank you.
For telling me about that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You wanna know what my thought process was?
I thought I expected you to tell me that, so I told you mine. I expected you to tell me that, so I told you mine.
Oh, okay.
Like the logical.
Well, I know. I was just trying to start that conversation. If do I start talking now?
Okay.
On Monday, I think there's a lot of stuff that you need to know. On Monday, At Monday, at first when you texted me that, like, that you need to take a break, I was like, oh, okay, like, it's just like last time. She's just gonna analyze everything that happened last night, and, like, everything's gonna be okay. And then, throughout the day, I was just like to myself, just like, I don't want anybody to bother me. I was just to myself, like, not anybody, but, like, you, obviously, but, like, I was just to myself, wandering around school by myself, and sat at the pond for a long time and seeing 2 ducks together. And what used to be 5 ducks turned into 2. And it was really peaceful, and then I was just thinking about, like, those 2 ducks don't need to worry about shit. But I was thinking about you still, like, about how I got treated on that night, and, like hoping that you would find out, like, what really happened in that situation. And anyways, I go to class, and then yada yada yada. Sim to work. I'm at work. And I'm just kind of like, oh, okay, I can't wait for, like, the day to be over, because then tomorrow, like, maybe she'll start coming, like, to come back, but, like, talk to me again. And then during break, I ran to break, like, hoping that you could see a text from me. Like, this is Monday still. On Monday, I ran to my phone on break, and hoping that I seen a text from you. And then, there was no text. And I go back into work. But since I went late, there was no lunch. Other people had lunch, but I had no lunch. So, since it was 6:30 to 1, you get break, lunch, break. But since I went there late, obviously because I had school, I get 2 breaks instead of a break, lunch, break. So I get 2 breaks. And then more towards the end of the night, I've checked my phone, like, I ran to break again, our final break, and then I ran to my phone, and I seen that was, like, nothing. And then I was like, it's okay, like, it's okay. And then I just wanted to see your highlights. I wanted to see your highlights of me, because, how much I love your highlights, and, like, when you do them for me. And they were gone. they were gone, and I thought the worst. That's why that night at like around 1 I texted you because that's when I was on break. Because it says we're off at 1, but like we stayed till like 1:40, 30. I texted you hoping that you would respond back. You know, obviously you didn't. Like, not in like a mean way, but like as in you need your space. And then I texted you on mode, and then I went back inside and I was like shocked. Like, I wasn't, I felt like I didn't want to move, just stand there. And then I started walking to my trailer, and then I feel like I'm about to break down crying. But then I was walking back because I ran to break, and then after a while, Ivan and his other friend came out, and then I walked back in to break, like just like slowly walking because they're like, man, why are you going so slow? I was like, man, chill out, man. I'm like in the mood, and then oh, alright, and then they walked slow with me, and I was like, nah, y'all go ahead, and then I held it in as long as I can until I got into my trailer. And then when I got into my trailer, I started crying, like, so hard. Meanwhile, just picking up the boxes and stuff, because, you know, as you doing the highlights and stuff, I thought, when you wanted your space, I thought there was more than space that you wanted. And yeah, I started crying a lot, and I didn't know what to do. I just kept on thinking, like, about everything, and I just kept crying, thinking about you, and then I hear something in my trailer, and then I look up, and Ignacio, I don't know if you know him, but he's one of the people one of the people that got hired the same time I did. Like, we're new hires together, we're training together, and he was a friend, and I looked up to see if, like what that noise was, and then it was him walking in, and he seen me, and he was like, come on, man, and I just kept my head down because I had my hat on, and the brim was covering my thing, so he seen me because the light was flashing on me, but I just kept my head down the whole time, and then I was just still just working, like, putting my head down, like, trying to, like, noise-wise, I was thugging it out, but, like, in water, it was pouring down, and then I'm done with the trailer, because this is more towards the end of the night, and then I'm done with that trailer, we roll our stuff in, so then we can close it, and I walk out, and then I just start helping other people out, and then as I'm heading to this other trailer to help them out, I haven't seen me. Like, I had my head down the whole time, and then I haven't seen him, because he was in my way, and I was like, what's in my way? And I looked up, and he said, he seen me, and then he was, what's wrong, man? And I was like, I didn't, it's either I said nothing, or I said nothing, and I just kept walking, and I just helped turn the trailer, and all that stuff was happening, there was like 3 people inside that trailer, but I had my head down, like, because my brim was pretty good. Like, it was blocking from everything, so I was good. And then little did I know that trailer that I was helping was the last trailer. So everybody came inside that trailer. Everybody in the whole load side that I work at came to that trailer, and I was just helping, and I kept my head down, and then Mark seen me, the old man,
Mm.
and then he was like, "You good, man?" And I just kept my head down. I was just like putting everything, like putting the boxes and stuff away. Like, with still tears pouring down. And I walked out the trailer, and then I walked towards the manager, like, "Are we done?" And he was like, "Yeah, thank you for your work today, man." You know, and I had my head down while I was talking to him. I fist bumped him, and then, cause he fist bumped me, and then I fisted him back. And I walked away and clocked out, and Ivan caught up to me. He was like, man, don't cry, man." And then I just kept walking out, and he was following me, and just silent. And then I got my phone, and I was just standing there waiting for my dad to come. And then my tears, like, I started stopping because I knew my dad's here. Like, I never cry in front of my dad. And then I stepped into the car, and then I'm fine, and then my dad asked me, "How was your day?" Or, "And how's work?" And then I couldn't even talk because of, like, I was holding it in so much, like, I didn't want to talk because it's like you would hear it in my voice and everything. And he heard me, and he seen me crying. As much as I tried holding it in, I couldn't. I've only cried in front of my dad, like, a couple times. I never told him what it was about. I just told him that it was just something I don't know. That's official, yeah. I never told him anything like it was us or anything. I just found out something, I don't know if it's official. And I just kept crying on my own because, like, on that note, I really love you, and I'm here to stay and get through whatever needs to be gotten through and fixed or changed or anything of all. Okay. When I got home, one of my roommates just kept crying and was with Bella. And I honestly think she is a therapist dog. She just laid on my stomach and had her head faced towards mine. I just hugged her so hard. And with that, all that stuff going through my mind and all that hurting, I prayed for you. And not in a way of or ignore. I just said, I prayed for you, and I prayed that he'd guide you in the way that you wanted to be guided, and that makes you happy. And made sure that he took care of you until I'm able to talk to you again. And that night started what I've been doing most of the nights since we haven't talked. That for all those days that I drive safe or have a safe walk or anything like those when I wasn't able to text you that because you wanted your space. In the night times, I pray that he kept you safe and the thing I said before that. And then on Tuesday, it was mainly just me blanking out and everything. My sisters were going to the mall and I went with them, and like the whole time I was just out, like they were talking and stuff. I was just taking care of the kids and just mostly thinking the whole time about everything that's happened, and to not make any like bad thoughts because I know that nothing was said or done or anything like that yet, so I shouldn't think that way. And it was only a highlight, like I was still nearby, and it's not like just made me feel like I was really wrong for what I did. And that's how I spent the whole day thinking about, I was getting my massage. I was with my sisters going around the mall and then going to back home and outside just with nature, playing with Bella and Tiny and my nieces. And I was only fine because, or I was only fighting back the bad thoughts because nothing was said and done yet. And yeah, but I was still hurting because that might have been a possibility. And then on Wednesday, it was just the thought process of like What was that?
Add to what?
You'll think about it?
I said add to what?
To what everything I just said?
Add to everything you just said?
Yeah, about my thought process. That's sparkling water. I only point that out because it sounds like so-and-so's junk food.
I can't think of anything right now.
Hmm?
Besides what I already said.
Mm. Come on.
Yeah.
I know that I told you that, like, I changed and stuff, and I did. Like, you know, like, I wanted to better and try doing better for you in those ways, but not something that I'm upset or irritated about or anything. But something that I thought to point out was I left you with the thought of me being uncomfortable, of being with you being with Omar, and throughout the week you still went with Omar. I just thought that was something to point out.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think you do it differently than I do, and that's why you said that.
That's why what?
And that's why you said that.
Okay. But like, I guess this goes back to considering my feelings. Like, when I was standing there in your house, I didn't think I was doing anything wrong until you pointed out, and I was like, or wait, no, because then that would have been me thinking that I still didn't think I did anything wrong. Oh, I guess, when we're at Morongo, and then that girl was like telling us to stand up, and then you're like, you didn't tell her anything? I was like, what? There's nothing wrong, like, and I still didn't tell her anything after all that, and then after that, what it, like, I told you, okay, like, even though, like, you know, like, I didn't think I did anything wrong, I'll do better next time for whenever, like, it happens again, you know, stand up for you, even though, like, you know, I didn't think that I did anything wrong in that situation. I still said, you know, that stuff, and I did do it when I stood up for you for what my sister made you uncomfortable.
And that was the whole other thing.
Okay, well, it still really didn't change about me considering, like, not, me putting your feelings into considerations over mine, knowing that it affected you.
But those were things that didn't really affect you.
Me being unbothered, me being uncomfortable wouldn't be an something that affects someone.
I think you missed my point.
What was your point?
I'm saying, like, those case with the Morongo and your sisters, those weren't things that really affected you. Like, those were just things like you continuing to not do anything.
What do you mean I continue not to do anything?
Like,
Okay.
it didn't affect you because the opposite would just be you not doing anything.
Oh yeah, exactly. If you weren't there, I wouldn't have done anything. If you were there, now I would do something because now it affects you. It didn't affect me like how you talking like to other guys doesn't affect you, but it affects me. It affected me. If that makes sense.
Yes, but fixing it, like,
I didn't have an opportunity to fix it on Morongo, but I had an opportunity to fix it with my sister, and I did because it affected you. My sister treated me like that. Like, it didn't affect me because it's like how she always is, but it affected you. That's why. And you told me about that, and you told me that you felt comfortable about it. Did something about it. Then what is it?
but when it happened, it was just something that you, like, weren't actively doing. And the difference is me, it's something I'm doing.
Like I wasn't actively looking for my sister to say that stuff to me in front of you, and you're actively talking to them in that way.
No,
Sorry, I guess I'm just a little confused.
Hmm?
I said sorry, I guess I'm just a little confused, but I don't think, you know, even putting like each of the scenarios in play, I don't think that, I think if I were to be doing something that made you feel uncomfortable, like it could be, and it doesn't matter what scenario, just whatever you think that makes me uncomfortable. And like, it's not making, it's like, I don't know why you're getting uncomfortable, it doesn't make me uncomfortable if it happened to you, like, I'm gonna just ignore your feelings, and then just do what I'm gonna do, because it doesn't affect me, it only affects you. I'm not saying that's exactly what you said, I'm just like saying, like, you know, like, in a less brutal way that I said it. And the only reason why I'm pointing this out is because, you know, like, you know, even though I'm over it, and, like, not realizing, like, thinking about it, like, not think about that, like, anymore, but I'm thinking about this, if anything else were to make me uncomfortable that you did, would you stop doing it because it made me uncomfortable, or would you keep doing it? It's just the scenario that works in a lot of situations.
What makes you uncomfortable?
It made me uncomfortable because you know he tried to flirt with you, you know, like he liked you and enough to want to start flirting with you to get to, like, you know, like that, and like, and just that. But I don't think, like, I know you and your whys, but like, we love the whys, like, to understand the why and why. But what if I were to do something, like, what if, switching the roles around, if I were to make you uncomfortable and I would ask you why, and then you're like, that's not a good why, and then I'm like, that's not a good why, and then you're like, but it makes me feel this way, and then I'm like, but that's not a good why, so I'm gonna keep doing it.
Well,
Do you understand that?
mm-hmm.
Thank you for understanding. Um,
So what do you want me to do?
what do I want you to do?
What do you want me to do?
Oh, I'm on. Nothing anymore. It's fine, but, like, like you know when to like set those boundaries if they're ever to be, like crossed again. But I trust you, and like I feel like that's the mentality you have to have. Like like there's gonna be a lot of guys that probably like you and like talk to you and like, and then you just have to stop talking because they like you. But then they say stuff like they respect your relationship, and then you're like, oh, but we can still be friends. Like we don't have to break the friendship. Like stuff like that. You know?
Hmm.
Like I'm only saying this is in a way of you maintaining that social life and you maintaining what you want still, and I feel like that's what I've been doing a lot, and yeah, I've just been doing that a lot, and I trust you to let me know whenever that happens again, and let that person know to that your boundaries are passed, and like did you tell him anything after that, like not tell, okay, you can't really say anything anymore, but I guess the next time it happens, not with Oliver, but like with anybody, because you already like told him the first time you did it. Maybe like so we could find a workaround for us, both of us. That like what you said, that you had a boyfriend, and if you try it, that's not okay. But maybe add to that, if you try doing that, like then I'm gonna have to stop talking to you. I feel like that would make best of both worlds, kind of. You know? Is that a bad thing? Because I feel like that's kind of exactly what you do with Omar, but like less, like you're not gonna cross this line. But with adding that, I feel like like they're not gonna try to attempt that pass that line anymore. You're more like serious of telling stuff like that. I'm not saying you weren't serious about that, but I feel like like now they really know not to try that. Is that fine?
Yeah, it's fine.
Is it good? Because I feel like it will, like that's what you want.
It's not what I want, it's what you want.
What is you want is what?
I did. Is what I did.
Well, yeah, but like, okay, we're just adding that line would be something that I would want, but I feel like it works for both of our favors. And like, I'm not gonna, like, I've just changed my way of thinking when stuff like that happens now, But I just feel like Or can I ask you this first?
That's good.
What is your boundary? Like, right now you gave Omar, like, like, you told him that, like, like, that's not okay and stuff. What would you do if he did it again?
Probably question him about it.
You would question him why he's liking it and, like, why did he just still do it meanwhile you told him that?
Yeah, I'd be like, why are you doing that? If I already told you no. Like, it's not close to see them anyway. And then based off that, I would decide how to proceed.
Okay. What are you up to?
I'm scrolling on Pinterest so that I don't fall asleep.
Oh, okay. I just feel like you telling them at first when it first happens sets up boundaries that that they can't pass. So it would prevent them from doing it again.
Yeah.
Which for you because you get to stay silent. Is there anything you want to talk about?
How do you feel about our boundaries?
Your boundaries?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's I don't know, cause I'm thinking of a lot of things someone could say that could probably pass as boundaries. Like, like let's say someone's trying to make you do something bad, but then you're like, hey, stop, and then you're like, oh shoot, I'm sorry, I'm really sorry, um, I really just thought you were beautiful, and I didn't know you were still with me, so I just wanted to let you know. I feel like that would be easy. Put down your arms and oh okay, you're cool. You're fine, just don't let it happen again. And just how many times will it happen until you know?
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
I didn't really answer the question.
Oh, I didn't answer it?
No, you just went back to what you said. I said my boundary.
Um, I I think I kind of not summed or I summed it up mostly. Like, you know, I think it's like something that someone that's gonna try to make you do something to easily slip through, and you know they're good boundaries. Like, and you
They're
have,
okay with where they're at.
huh?
They're okay with where they're at.
Of why you ask?
Of where they're at.
What do you mean where they're at?
They're okay with where my boundaries are.
I don't care about your boundaries.
Oh my gosh, are you listening?
I'm sorry, it just remember your phone makes weird audio. I'm sorry. Can you say that again?
Are you okay with where my boundaries are at?
No, not really, because like, let's say it's like a couple weeks ago, you know, or it was last week, he flirted on you, and like, you know, let's say like next year or something, he tries to do it again, like, that's the second time, but, and then like a couple years go by and you're still friends with this guy, and he does it again the third time, like, how many times is it gonna keep happening? So I don't think I'll be okay with that.
I didn't say how many times.
Well,
But it happened.
well, what happened?
I didn't say how many times I was letting it happen.
What would be a go and what would be like a fail if, like, you know, like in their apology?
Let's see, so this is their second offense.
Yeah.
Mm.
sorry, like, I had no idea that, like, it was so different, and it was such a beautiful, like, just, you know, wanted to see what you think. Like, really, it was so good. I'm happy with. Good with you. What you said. I don't know what your boundaries are, but maybe next time don't compliment the way they took it.
Why?
I don't know, they, like, I feel like they're just, like, fucking with me, right? Like, you know?
Like, what?
Like, you're fucking with me, right? Like, like, you took that well, like if he was, like, if I was, you were joking with me.
What?
Like, let's say, like, let's just say, like, how would you say, like, oh, we're about to, do deep, and then, like, I'm like, oh, I can't leave, I just did this procedure, and then you're like, oh, okay, like, then we can't have that anymore, and then I'm like, oh, and I'm like, oh, wow, you took that well, and then you're like, what do you mean, like, you know, like, you think I'm fucking with you,
What do you mean by fucking with you?
like, messing around, like a joke,
Messing around about what?
like, joking about, like, you having that, like, that's not true. Fucking around means, like, you're fucking with me, but, like, you're not saying
You can't repeat
it. I know.
where you're going with this. I don't understand.
Let's say, like, you're like, my house, like, it just got a big earthquake, and, like,
Oh my gosh, please, not with the example.
I'm doing this with your fuck, and I'm like, oh shoot, like you wanna live at my house then? And you're, oh, you took that well. And I was like, what, you fuck with me? Like, did you actually like?
Stop saying that phrase.
Well, okay, well.
Just I don't understand what you mean when you use that phrase.
Okay. Like you're like, okay, like you took that well, and then I'm like, thinking in my head like, she complimenting for taking that. Like, is she messing with me or something? Like, is she like, does she actually have a boyfriend or something? Like, is she like messing with me? Because like, you're complimenting them right after they just start flirting with you, you just say you're boundary. You know?
Oh, like I thought was joking?
Yeah. Bro, that's what I said!
Like if I was joking about having a boyfriend.
Yeah. And then just to see their reaction.
Thinking that, oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just don't go.
Okay, I can see how that might be something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That threw me off. I was like, why are you complimenting, dude? Not threw me off, but like, yeah. Like, it didn't bother me, but like, I was just like, it was nothing big or anything, but it was just maybe hold that out next time.
Okay, I guess it's just because I'm just a serious person. I think people are joking. I think the ring's so serious.
How come? Oh wait, cause you're catching on to my little lies. But see how much we talked about. Yeah. Like you know, like when I'm joking around with you, and you're like, no, you're not joking. I'm up. You think I see you this weekend?
No.
No?
No, I have to finish final.
Oh, that's right. Okay, that's fine. I'm up. Of course. The only reason, can I ask you the only reason why, or not the only reason, like, I wanted to see you this week anyway, but like, I thought it would've been cool, like, since cause I'm gonna go on Saturday to Beaumont, but it'd be cool if I would, like, stay with you and then, like, on Sunday, like, we did, like, a whole thing together. And yeah, cause on Saturday was April's birthday, which is, Michael's son. So I was like, oh, okay, like, maybe we go there and then after I go you and then, like, we could have, like, a whole day planned out for each other, yeah. That's just what I thought, but that's perfectly understandable. And bro, guess what? I'm sorry, you saying huh? Bro. Next week is spring break. So you do get what happened? Yeah, for you guys, but for me, on the 17th to the 23rd, you know, I'll be cheering you on during final. F-E-R-N-A-D-A. how was English in Chem? Finding the classes? Sorry, I shouldn't be much specific.
Let's go ahead.
Okay. Um, what do you think about this talk? Would it bother you if we talk about it another time? Okay. What do you want to finish up or wrap up? That was only if. The only reason why it's important. It's not. It's important, but like, I think we can hold off on that for now. I don't think we need to talk about that now. Like, because I think we're good now. Because I was only gonna talk about the important thing if the only reason why you didn't talk to me for the whole week is for me to act right. Yeah. And you know, like, I guess I had reason to think that since the last time I talked to you about something, like, you know, you got very upset, and like, you know how it happened, and I just thought that's how it was gonna happen again, and for us to have a serious talk about that. But it was also about other things, but those other things aren't really something that needs to be brought up now that we have, um, that we've talked about them. I mean, yeah, we talked about it. Do you feel like we finished that up now? What else?
What specifically you talk about? I just want that.
Was it the thing that I told you about? Meanwhile, I was in school and then I was like, I have something to tell you that about, like, that I just noticed. If you think it's that, then I told you about it, and that was the thing about, you know, like, me being uncomfortable with something, then you still doing the thing that made me uncomfortable. That, huh?